हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, कैसे हैं आप लोग। आशा है कि आप लोग अच्छी तरह से होंगे। पिछले वीडियो में हम लोगों ने एक्सपोनेंट्स के बारे में जाना था और इस वीडियो में हम स्क्वायर और स्क्वायर रूट के बारे में जानेंगे और उनसे कुछ संबंधित प्रश्नों का हल करेंगे। चलिए स्क्वायर और स्क्वायर रूट के बारे में जानते हैं। इफ ए नंबर इज मल्टीप्लाइड बाई इटसेल्फ द प्रोडक्ट ऑब्टेन्ड इज कॉल्ड स्क्वायर ऑफ द नंबर। इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि अगर हम किसी नंबर को उसी नंबर से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो रिजल्ट मिलता है वो स्क्वायर कहलाता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल 6 इंटू 6 इज इक्वल टू 36। इसे हम कह सकते हैं कि 36 6 का स्क्वायर है। स्क्वायर रूट द स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ ए गिवन नंबर x इज द नंबर स्क्वायर इज x। इसका मतलब ये हुआ एक ऐसा नंबर जिसे खुद से मल्टीप्लाई करने पर दिया गया नंबर मिले तो स्क्वायर रूट कहते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 36 is 6, स्क्वायर ऑफ 6 is 36, that is 6 square equals 36. Symbol of the square root is this, that is radical sign. That is the square root of 36 is 6 into 6, that is equal to 6. Note, a square of even number is always even, such as 2. The square of 2 equal to 4, that it is also even. Similarly, square of 4, that is equal to 16, that is also even, and so on. Squares of odd number is always odd, such as 3. An odd number is square is 9, that is it is also odd. Similarly 5 is an odd number, is square is also odd, that is 25, and so on. Whether the number is negative or positive, its square is always positive, such as -3 whole square is equal to -3 into -3, that is equal to 9, is a positive. If we take 2 square, that is equal to 2 into 2, that is 4, that is also positive. The square of every number is positive. The square root of positive number can be obtained, but the square root of negative number is not possible. Consider the example given below. When we take a square root of 4, it will be 2 into 2, that is equal to 2. That is square root of a positive number is positive. But if we take negative number such as -9, it is not possible because it may be 3 -3 into 3, which is not possible. Perfect square, a number whose exact square root can be obtained is called perfect square, such as 16, 49, 1.21 and 9/16 are just are example of perfect square. As 16 root 16 equal to 4, root 49 equal to 7, and 1.21 is equal to 1.1, and root 9/16 is equal to 3. To find out a number is perfect square or not, express the number as a product of prime factors. If the number is a perfect square, you would be able to group all the factors in pairs in such a way that both factors in each pair are equal. अगर किसी नंबर को प्राइम फैक्टर्स के ऐसे पेयर में ग्रुप कर सकते हैं जहाँ पेयर्स में दोनों नंबर समान हो तो ऐसे नंबर को परफेक्ट स्क्वायर कहते हैं, सच एज 36। 36 को हम प्राइम फैक्टर्स के रूप में इस तरह लिख सकते हैं। दोनों पेयर कंप्लीट है, इसलिए हम कह सकते हैं कि 36 एक परफेक्ट स्क्वायर है और रूट 36 का वैल्यू 2 into 3 that is equal to 6 है। Now consider the example. Is 196 perfect square? For this, first we take the prime factor of this number. दो नौ 18, दो अच्छे 16, दो चौका 8, गुना 18, 7 7 या 49 equal to 196 is equal to 2 into 2 into 7 into 7. That is, these are the pair. The prime factors of 196 can be grouped into pairs. Hence we say that it is a perfect square. It is perfect square. Now consider the next example. Is 180 a perfect square? We first take prime factor for this number. 180. Since all the prime factor of 180 cannot be grouped into pairs. And we say it is not a perfect square. One 80 is not a perfect Find the square root of a perfect square number. Find the square root of 484. First we resolve it into prime factors. that is 484 is equal to 2 दूनी 4 2 चौका 2 दूनी 4 दुक्का 2 2 दूनी 4 दुक्का 2 11 या 121 that is 2 into 2 into 11 into 11. Now taking a square root of these. Make pairs such that each pair are equal. Equal to 2 into 2 into 11 into 11. Take one factor of each pair. The product is the square root of 484 each 22. That is the answer. Now consider the next example. Find the smallest number by which 980 will be multiplied so that the product is a perfect square. Resolve the number into prime factors. Prime. That is 980. 2 चौका 8 2 9 18 0 2 दूनी 4 2 चौका 8 2 पचे 10 5 चौका 20 5 9 45 7 या 49. That is equal to 980 is equal to 2 into 2 into 5 into 7 into 7. Since prime factor factor 5 is not in pair. Hence, if we multiply it by 5, it will become a perfect square. Hence, the given number must be multiplied by 5. That is the answer. Consider the next example. Find the smallest number by which 3150 will be divided so that the quotient is a perfect square. Solve the number into prime factor. दो सते 14, 2 8 16, 3 5 15, 3 2 6, 3 5 15, 5 का 5, 5 5 25, 5 दूनी 10, 5 का 5, 3 7 21, 2 गुने 3 गुने 3 गुने 5 गुने 5 गुने 7, 5 गुने 5 गुने 7, since the prime factors 2 into 7 cannot be paired, So we divide this number by 2 into 7, that is 14. Hence, the number should be divided by 14 to get the perfect square. Consider next example. Find the square root of 2 whole 7 by 9. The square root of equal to equal to equal to 5 into 5 by 3 into 3, that is equal to 5 by 3. Answer. And this may be equal to 1 over 2 by 3. That is also the answer. Now consider the next example. A man plants his orchard with 5,625 trees and arranges them so that there are as many rows as there are trees in each row. How many rows are there? Solution. Let the number of rows be x. Hence, number of trees in each row equal to x. Is the total number of trees planted equal to x into x, that is x square. Given that x square is equal to 5625, that is equal to x is equal to root over 5625. 5 6 2 5 5 1 जा 5 5 1 जा 5 5 दूनी 10 5 5 25 5 दूनी 10 5 दूनी 10 5 5 25 5 चौका 20 5 5 25 5 नवा 45 3 तिहाई 9 that is equal to 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 3 into 3 into 3 that is equal to, there are these pairs and these pairs equal to 5 into 5 into 3 equal to 75. Hence the number of rows equal to 75. That is the answer. Now consider the next example. In a basket there are 50 flowers. A man goes towards it and puts as many flowers in each temple as there are temples in the city. Thus he needs 8 baskets of flowers. Find the number of temples in the city. Solution. Let the number of temples in the city be X. The number of flowers put in each temple equal to X. And the total number of flower used equal to into F is equal to X squared. According to the given statement, x square is equal to 50 into 8. That is equal to 400. X is equal to root 400. That is equal to 20 into 20. That is equal to x is equal to 20. Hence the number of temples in the city is equal to 20. That is the answer. Now consider the next example. Find the smallest perfect square number which is divisible by 8 and 12. Solution. Let it require the smallest perfect square number. The square number divisible by 8 and 12. Be the LCM of 8 and 12, that is equal to 2. To make it perfect square, we should multiply it by by 2 into 3 required perfect square number will Find the now consider the next example. Find the perfect square number divided by 24, 30 and 60. Solution. LCM of 24, 30 and 60 are equal to 24, 30, 60. Power 15, 30. 2 छक 12, 15 से 15 30, 3 से 3 दूना 6, 3 पचे 15, 3 पचे 15, 5 8 equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 5 into 2. Equal 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. That is equal to make it perfect square. This is multiplied by 2 into 3 into 5, that is equal to 30. The 24 look 24 look this vector. So please right. Still required. Perfect square number will be perfect square so our number will be 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5 multiplied by 30. Okay, done. 20 multiplied by 30 100 equal to naturally. Now consider the next question. A man after a tour finds that he had spent every day as many rupees as the number of days he had been on tour. How long did his tour last? He had spent in all 1296 rupees. Let every day he has spent X rupees, and the number of days the of days he has on to BX BX. According to question, to question into X is equal to 1296, that is equal to X square equal to 196. That is X is equal to root over 1296. Sorry. क्या 36 में 6 हाथ में 3 36 दिन, that is equal to root over 36 into 36, that line X is equal to 36. Hence the DOU 36 days, that is the answer. Now consider the next question. Out of 745 students, maximum are to be arranged in the school field for PT display, such that the number of rows is equal to the number of columns. Find the number of rows after the arrangement if there are 68 students were left out. Solution. Let the number of students for PT display play B X, and the number of columns the of columns be the same as given in the question. According to the question, the square is equal to 745 minus 16. That is equal to x square is equal to 729. That is x square is equal to 27 into 27. It's equal to 27 into 27. That is equal to 27. Number of arrangement. In each row, you use an that is helpful. Now consider the next question. 13 and 31 is a strange pair of numbers such that the squares 169 and 961 are also mirror image of each other. Find two such pair. You can find its solution on my Facebook page. Science with Jayant. Because it is too long, its answer is too long. Now consider the next question. If root over 748 is equal to 28, find the value of root 7.84 plus root over 78400. Solution. Yes. Plus equal to root over 784 at the root over 100 plus root over 784 into 10 square. That is equal to 10 into 10. Equal to 784 by 10 plus 784 multiplied by 10. That is equal to 28 by 10 plus 28 into 10 equal to 28 1 plus 10 by 10, that is equal to 1 plus 100 by 10, that is equal to 28 into 101 by 2828 by 10, that is equal to 282.8, that is आंसर। इस वीडियो में हमने स्क्वायर और स्क्वायर रूट के बारे में जाना। अगले वीडियो में हम स्क्वायर रूट से कैसे निकाला जाता है और उससे संबंधित प्रश्नों को सॉल्व करेंगे। यदि आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आई है तो लाइक कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और चैनल को अपने दोस्तों के बीच शेयर कीजिए। थैंक यू।